What's up, Trey? Can you tell me if the music sounds okay or if it's like warbly? Oh, I have to plug in my headphones in for it to work. Forgot. I just don't get to hear it. That's the only way it works. What about now? It shouldn't be distorted anymore. Now I hear nothing. What about now? It shouldn't be distorted anymore. I'm super out of it right now. I just woke up. Do I turn it up? I guess so. Can you guys hear this? No, I hear nothing. Right now, it shouldn't be distorted. Why do I sound so echoey? It's hot in here. Hold on. I should probably use my legit microphone. Does it sound clear? Turn it up, turn it down. I used to have like a nice microphone, but I've just been using why do I sound so echoey? I guess it's okay. My voice just sounds weird. Whatever. So we need some matches to review. You guys have any good ones? I'm still kind of waking up from a nap, so bear with me as I build energy. Maudela. A lot of people from Brazil in here today, huh? Some of my Brazilian friends. Oh, you guys can see the thing. Do you think Squidguard is easier to get over Worm? Review you versus Tim Spriggs. It's not a bad idea. I wonder if there's matches from Worlds. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's this one. Yeah, Squidguard is easier for sure. I'm a big proponent of Squidguard, and active posting is kind of a myth. Like that was something BJJ Scout came up with as like a term to describe posting on the mat, but it's not something that you really need. It's not. It's like it's just a balancing technique. It's not really necessary for like passing, in my opinion. What's so funny, dude? Should I do an Instagram shout out? I never have like a good way to tell people that I'm streaming. I need like a prop to show people. I need like a microphone or something. How do you deal with explosive passers? I use a lot of lapel guard. That's why I use lapel guard, because it really slows people down and lets you get to positions where they're wasting their strength if they keep exploding. It kind of forces a technical fight, which is what I like. I don't do jiu-jitsu to like get in strength battles with people, so if you don't make strong grips, then it's just going to be an explosive battle who can move faster. But if you use good grips, it forces them to address your grips first, and then you can shoot, I gotta record too. Oh, I am recording. Nice. There's no Nogi worm guard, but I have a guard I play Nogi that it's been working for me pretty well. This thing is messed up. There we go. What's up, Sullivan? Thanks, dude. I've got to do... I was doing some stuff for flograppling, but now they told me I can't use the videos. They just want them for themselves, which I'm not sure if I want to just give them my breakdowns. I mean, they're going to pay me for it, but I like to keep all my stuff on my website. Like, I want to maintain the rights to it. I don't like to give it away for free. You know? Well, not for free, but you know what I mean. Like, I'd be down to do like a collaborative, like we both post it, but I still retain the rights to it. But I guess they don't want that because if they pay for it, they want to keep it. So maybe it's probably not going to work out. But there's plenty of matches to review on the internet. Because like even though they have rights to the videos, like this didn't get taken down because it was filmed by someone in the audience, right? Yeah, don't sell. I guess I would be selling out, kind of. The problem with Flow is they need content producers. Like they're a content-based website, but all of their content is produced by the athletes, and they don't give anything to the athletes except exposure. So, what are they really offering? It's like, yeah, they film your matches and then they'll like do interviews and stuff with you, but that's all they have. So they have like their vlog and stuff, but the vlog is just Reed and Will and those guys, and they need like legit, like the real jiu-jitsu, like the pro fighters to be creating content for them, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to find a system where they can do that. Would you ever lasso the lapel to get the squid guard? I do. There's a position called the Polish worm rider that a guy from Poland showed me from lassoing the lapel that's really strong, but you don't use it to get the squid, it's just a strong attack. There's some videos of it out there. It's on my Instagram. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Do I still roll with Gordon Ryan in the gi? I haven't rolled with him for a couple months, but I rolled with him pretty recently. But we only trained twice in the gi. Once at Muscle Farm and once at my friend Mo's house. Probably really old. Let's see if I can find it. I haven't been watching any MMA lately. I don't really care about MMA like I used to. It's just not interesting to me anymore. Gotta go way back. Could I beat Khabib Nogi? Like in a non-MMA fight? Yeah, of course. You're never gonna have a full-time jiu-jitsu guy lose to a guy who trains MMA and it's just a jiu-jitsu match. I'm trying to find the Polish worm rider. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever posted it, actually. It's on like... Maybe it's in this video of me and Tanner. Oh, cool. Your breakdown of Craig and Lowe is really helpful. I'm glad you like it. I hopefully I can do something with that video. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Oh, it says volume. Pause this. Where'd it go? Dude, it disappeared! What the heck? I don't want to have to find it again. It's right here. Sounds loud, huh? Most modern game. You know, I don't think I showed the sweep I'm talking about. This is all passing stuff. I put my rhymes on your block, then I run it just like little Daryl. Money and dope, man, no come for free. Man, I don't have no competition, ho. All I got is enemies. I turn around like this was right when I came back into competition after not competing for like a year. Now that doesn't show it either. You guys are out of luck. Can't show you the Polish Worm Rider. I did it in that match, though. I guess I could just find that match. Well, I guess I will just get to the breakdown of this. Is my epic pen working? It is. But yellow's confusing. We need a new color. We need pink. We need it to be slightly smaller. You guys still there? Everyone stopped talking all of a sudden. Was I not answering your questions fast enough? Is my chat broken right now? Doesn't make sense. Oh, there we go. You look to get to intermediary positions when passing in no-gi. For example, headquarters or Mendes style shin trap. In no-gi, I don't. In the gi, I do. I look for a lot of intermediary positions. Like positions where they're not really playing a guard and you're in a strong passing position are super good. Yeah. That's a very advanced concept. You must be a brown belt or higher. Or a really studious purple belt. Mr. Strike Force. Alright, I could talk to you guys all day, but I guess I'll just break down this match. Well, I'm not sure if I want to break down this one, because I'm pretty sure I just sweep him over and over again. We'll do it anyways, just for the worm guard. I've been neglecting my worm guard fans. Let's see how this looks. Ignore that. Cool. I'm waiting for the scene to change. Yeah, understanding that there's like intermediary positions between the positions that have names is important and something that people don't really teach. So that you figure that out on your own, or if you learned that from somewhere, that's good that you know that. You just saw the Polish Worm Rider. Yeah, I mean, he got that from me. So it's similar to the position Marcio Andre has shown. He showed it after I did it in the match. And at the time, Marcio Andre was doing a lot of my lapel stuff. But I did it first in competition. But he also, I didn't invent it. It was invented by a Polish guy that showed me. And then Marcio Andre saw me do it and then did it. I just never put it out publicly because it's not my technique. So I didn't like make a video about it. But I could and then just give credit to the guy. But I don't like when people do that. I don't like when people see a move that people do and then just immediately just post it without giving credit to where they saw it. Like whenever I have a cool technique that's not well known, but I saw it somewhere, I always try and say where I saw it. Because otherwise people just assume that you came up with it. I think that's bad karma. I was just drinking some black tea. My friend brought it for me. Pure leaf. But I need something stronger. I haven't watched any of Brian Ortega's matches, no. Alright, let's try and break this down real quick. It'll probably take about 20 minutes to get through this thing. And then we can talk about intermediary positions in transdimensional galactic guards. Okay. Where's my phone? Oh yeah, we never did it for Instagram, but it's okay. You guys are the diehards who actually pay attention to YouTube. We don't need an audience. Braulio used against Rodolfo Vieira at Matamoros. He used Galaxy Guard. It's different. He just put his foot in the lapel. He didn't use the Polish Worm Rider or any of the lapel. Like people don't realize how deep the lapel game goes and like how much of a system there actually is. Like if you just look at it and see someone's using the lapel, you're gonna think that it's lapel guard, but it's not. There's so many different variations, and they're all linked and very specifically different. Can you tell the story about you and Leandro Lowe in the club again? Oh, where he said, no. I don't want to tell that story. Alright, let's do this. Yes, there are levels to this shit. People just don't understand. Even black belts. Yeah, I'll probably take it off YouTube. I live stream them for free. So if you're here for the actual recording, you can watch it for free. But once it's filmed already, I put it on Keenan Online for people to, if they want to watch it forever, they can. I'll show you guys later. Let's go into this. I should just have had this playing in the background. So something that Tim, like, I have a really good strategy against Tim now. I used to have a really hard time against him, but over the last year, I've put a lot of time into my stand-up, so I'm a little more confident on my feet. Just confident enough to stay standing for like 5 seconds. Because if you have zero confidence against someone who can throw you on your face like Tim can, you're going to get thrown on your face. So you have to have like some level of like understanding of grips and like a little bit of balance and like know where he's going to throw you so you don't get thrown immediately. So really just so you can safely pull guard. This is from Worlds 2018, this match here. So like some people have patterns that they do. Like if Tim switched it up and went for a different throw, this strategy might not work. But he really likes to do the train wreck throw, I think he calls it. Super good at the throw. He throws so many people. If I was standing with him for any period of time, he'd throw me with it too. But because I know he likes to do it, I can like wait just long enough to pull guard safely in between his takedown attempts. So like you see he leads with a foot sweep. He leads with a foot sweep because in competition you can steal the two if I pull guard at the same time. So like if I immediately pull guard because I have zero confidence in my stand-up right here, normally a lot of guys who have zero takedowns would just pull guard immediately. And if I sat to my butt here, he would get 2 points just because his foot is there on my knee, right? But because I just maintain my base a little bit and don't fall over, I'm safe. Then he starts to try and get his grips so to set up his second throw. So the first throw is dangerous if I pull guard at, but in between, before he sets up his second throw, I can pull guard. See, he got his grips to do the train wreck and he pulled once. All during that time, I'm totally safe to pull because he's like setting up grips for a second throw. So he shakes once, and then look, he steps his feet to get into the position to throw, and then I pull guard before he has the opportunity. So I've done that to him like 3 or 4 times over the last fights that we've done. Even when the match resets and we stand up again, I feel pretty confident doing it because if I need to, I can stay standing long enough to like stutter step my guard pull so it's not predictable, which is super important for a person who plays guard a lot in competition. And I go for the lapel immediately because, like I was saying earlier, people who are explosive, you need to initiate grips as quickly as possible. And if you just get a sleeve grips are too easy to break. So you can break the sleeve grip and immediately start being explosive again. But if I get a lapel, it's very hard to break the lapel grip, which is why I put so much time into the lapel and being comfortable with the lapel, because it forces people to engage in a grip battle with you. And if you're in a grip battle, it's a technical battle rather than a strength or explosive battle. Does that make sense, class? So I get double hands on the lapel, like this. I go double hands on the same side of the lapel, and you can see here I act. Oh, you know what? I do the Polish Worm Rider in this match. I forgot. I'm so dumb. We've been talking about it for the whole stream. So see, I lasso the lapel so that he has to step his knees in closer to me, because one of the defenses to the worm guard is to put their feet back, right? So he puts his feet way back so I can't reach my underhooks. But if you lasso it, like this guy, like I'm doing here, see this strong lasso like this? It like breaks his posture. Oh god, that was an awful drawing. It breaks his posture, and see how you can see, look at his back is totally arched like this, like bad deadlift posture. That's how you know you've broken someone's posture. If he had his head up more and his back was straight, he would have strong posture. But because I lassoed it, it broke his posture in a way that he has to like bring his feet closer to his body. So his feet are closer to his body, and it forced him to bring his knee in. And look how I passed the grip here. This is like top secret stuff, guys. I've never talked about this before. You're getting it out of me, but I'm reluctantly telling you the secrets. So here I lasso, and I reach with my right hand, and he brings his knee in. This is the Polish Worm Rider that was shown to me by Polish guy. I'll link him. His name's hard to pronounce, but we're friends. And look, I reach under and then pass it to my other hand. Like, just showing you this, most people aren't going to be able to replicate it. But this is like a upside. It's like a reverse. It's not reverse worm guard, and it's not reverse Delaworm guard. It's like a whole different thing. It's hard to. I don't even know what to call it. Um, but yeah, this is the Polish Worm Rider, and then from here, you get your knee over the top of their knee, just like you would in reverse Delaworm guard. But see, I do the same thing, but your grip is just different. Instead of being yeah, it's almost exactly the same as reverse Delaworm guard, but the grip is just on the opposite side of the leg. In regular reverse Delaworm guard, see my arm is on this side of his body, or this side of his leg. In regular reverse Delaworm guard, it would be under his leg, going this way. So like my arm would be here and come out the back here, and then grab the lapel. But the lapel goes over the top in this case instead of underneath. So it's just a little bit different. And you do the same setups. But you can take the back in the same way and shoot your deep belly heel hook to attack the strongest worm guard attack. This one has been taking a lot of people by surprise this year. I think I did it to Muhammad Ali a little bit as well. But they always catch on eventually when I give away my secrets in live streams. But I don't care. I make a lot more money from teaching jiu-jitsu than I do from fighting jiu-jitsu, so I'd rather teach my moves. Because no one else is going to teach them. No one knows. They can try. Everyone tries to teach worm guard, but it's like, if you haven't learned it directly from me, you're not doing it right. I can guarantee it. It actually pisses me off when I see people do worm guard, because they do it wrong. Nicholas, you said you want more Nogi stuff on Keen Online. I just posted a huge Nogi seminar. It's like 6 parts or 7 parts. You didn't see it? From the 10th Planet thing? So yeah, you can see here I switched it. I actually bail on... yeah, the referees don't know what's going on. Someone said, I love how the referees are so confused what grip when they try and split you and like reset. Yeah. I can always explain to them like where it was, but usually they give me the right grips. But you can see here, this is actually important to note in this match particularly, because I have the reverse, I have the Polish Worm Rider, which looks like reverse Delaworm, but I actually bail on the position to go for double pants grips. Because even though the worm guard is super strong, the most powerful position in jiu-jitsu right now is double pants grips from the bottom. Believe it or not. Switching to double pants grips when you're in the back position like this, you can sweep 100% of the time. Whereas with the worm guard back attack, like you're more likely to take the back than to sweep. So like in this competitive setting, I'd rather just take the 2 points than take the risk of going for the back and missing it. Because there's no points for a missed back attack, it's just an advantage. But with this, you can pretty much guarantee it. It's kind of awkward because my hand is underneath, because my own arm is under. This is my arm right here. It's underneath my leg. So if I try and get up by bringing this leg down, my arm's going to get in the way, right? So it's blocking it. But in this position, I was just strong enough. Yes, you heard me right. Strong enough to just come up with my leg. I put it on the mat, and then I'm able to drive him down. My oppressive strength. Someone said, would you say lasso guard is good to use as a beginner, or does it stall too much? I mean, if you like lapel lasso or regular lasso. Because lapel lasso, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be stalling, for sure. Especially if the guy on top doesn't know what you're doing. And doesn't know what he's doing either. You're just kind of, nothing's going to happen. But if you know what you're doing with your lapel lasso, which of course you don't, because I haven't taught it online how to do it properly. So no one really knows how to do lapel lasso right to attack with. But regular lasso, I think, is a totally fine position to use. I actually never passed his guard in this match, because when we fought before this, I passed his guard a few times. And so he knew that my passing's pretty dangerous, so he kept standing up. So like when I get to my passing positions, he chose to stand up rather than play guard, and so I can just pull guard again and then repeat the cycle. So it's like he's just gambling on his passing versus my passing. He would rather just have him pass than let me try and pass. Because when we fought in Pan Am's twice, and then at New York Pro, I passed his guard all 3 times, I think. So my top game is pretty dangerous, if I do say so myself. So here I do the Polish Worm Rider setup again. I don't know if I sweep with it again. I think I lose the position. Oh, I do. Yeah, that's Polish Worm Rider, guys. It's fucking, oops, pardon my language. It's freaking strong. The Polish Worm Rider is super strong. Everyone's gonna be talking about this later because I don't put it out publicly. I should make a little clip highlight of this match because this is good. But I feel bad because I always put highlights of me versus Tim because I really get to use my lapel guard. Well, yeah, that was a smooth one, right? It's like grimy. It's a grimy technique. Look at the power I generate here. I just come up, it's like boom, like a double leg almost. So the way the guy does it, who taught it to me, is different. That's not how he does it. But the grip is exactly the same. But he likes to spin through to attack the back again. But I've just been coming up on it. I feel like it's better. And then I'm looking for passing opportunities here. Like I finally reached a point in my jiu-jitsu where I feel just as comfortable on bottom as I do on top. Like I'd rather start matches on top, but my judo isn't amazing. It's just like blue belt level. So here you see again what I was talking about, the strategy of pulling guard. You'll probably see him shoot for something, probably like a double leg. Most guys, after the foot sweep doesn't work, they'd rather like keep distance and then shoot a double leg. But like I put my hands low like this. I have this low posture because I'm ready for a double leg, so I can underhook and posture up out of the double leg if it comes. But you always know someone, like a telltale sign of someone wanting to shoot a double leg on you is them not making grips. Like, if he wants to judo throw me, he's going to grip me up immediately, right? Like, immediately. But if he makes no grips, they always want to shoot a double leg because it's their only option. What else are they going to do with no grips? So, like Tim, you can tell he doesn't want to grip with me because he knows if he goes for the train wreck throw, it takes too long to set up and I might be able to pull guard before. So he's looking for an opportunity to take me down from a distance. But he probably thinks I don't know that the double leg's coming, but I do. But then he's going to change his mind here, I think, and look for grips. I'm looking for grips to pull. But I'm not going to pull right away. Once I get the grip, I'm going to wait a second to see what he does. I'd rather have a small grip fight and risk getting thrown. See if he goes for the same foot sweep again because he thought I was going to pull immediately, but I didn't. And he goes for a double one this time. So I kind of knew, like, okay, he's going to really try and get the sweep. This is like the rock, paper, scissors of high-level jiu-jitsu. It's annoying to have to deal with because it's not, like, technique-based. It's like, I'm going to play rock and you're going to play scissors, or I'm betting you're going to play scissors. So he goes 3 times, or he goes 2 times, and then I pull. So 1, he shakes, 2, 3, and then I pull. So I took a gamble on the 3rd one, but I wait for his body to be out of position. Like he goes for a foot sweep. Oh, he got like a near pass almost. He goes for a foot sweep, and like in the motion that the foot sweep fails, once it's obvious that it fails, you can pull guard because he has to take a second to put his feet back in place and do another one. He can't do it like over and over and over again repeatedly. So yeah, I pull guard, and I probably should set up another squid guard attack. Yeah, this time squid guard. If you don't know about squid guard, it's probably the best lapel guard that there is. Better than worm guard even. But you need both. Like, the only reason squid guard works is because people put their body out of position to avoid worm guard. So I developed squid guard to deal with people using worm guard defenses. So like if you defend one, it opens you up to the other. Pretty strong position. And then I just do the classic squid guard sweep. And you look for omoplatas from here as well. But I just do the backwards roll one. This one looks pretty cool. I should make a highlight of this, post it on Instagram. I need new content. The way this works, I guess I can talk a little bit about it. The way it works is because I isolate his leg. It's hard to show. Like, it's so much easier if you just go watch my squid guard videos on my website. But if you look, his knee is like on my chest. So because his knee is on my chest and on my shoulder, it's hard. Like he can't. This leg is controlled. Like I have his leg totally controlled. And look the way he's facing. Like he's facing totally backwards. So he's facing this way. If he was passing my guard, he'd be facing this way, right? His face would be towards me. So like playing this guard just takes them completely out of any possible passing position. And you have the lapel here and this hook on his lapel. See my foot through his lapel here? This gives me a ton of downward force to break his posture. So like all the same, can I do that? No, I can't because I have a separate program open when I'm drawing. So it doesn't work. I can't use the arrow key. But anyways, so like you hear people talk about like breaking posture from a guard. Like that's what every guard has. It's like posture breaking, controlling them, and this is one of them. Like, this is how you break the posture from the squid guard, is this downward pressure of your hamstring on his lapel and armpit area, right? So if you look, you can see I put my feet together, both underneath his armpit. That's so if I like lift my hips here, all the way to my hips goes downward on his shoulder right here, and that breaks his posture even more. God, I'm trying to draw arrows, but they're just like looking really bad. All right. So then when I'm trying to bring this downward, so like I swing up and I try and bring him forward, you bring him this way, right? I'm bringing him forward, and he bases. He's basing here, so all his weight is this way, coming towards the camera. But then because he throws his body out of position to defend the sweep, you go back the other way. So I go away from the camera to get the sweep. Here. I bring him forward, and then I'm just going to roll. He even dropped his hip to avoid that. And then if you roll backwards, you can easily come up because you've forced a reaction that's put him in a bad position. Jiu-jitsu can be it's like such a knowledge-based sport. That's why I love it so much. Like, you have to be in good shape and strong to like fight these guys because they're so ridiculously strong and athletic, but you can make these fights be knowledge-based, and that's why I like it. Wow, God, it looks like I'm reaping him here. Jeez. I'm lucky I didn't get DQ'd. See, like, isn't that funny? Like, just because that position, just because my foot wasn't across his knee, I didn't get DQ'd, but it's the same pressure on his knee as if I had reaped him. That's why IBJJF rules are dumb sometimes. The exact same pressure, just my foot's not across. When really that foot wasn't even doing anything. It was the weight of my hips on his knee. And then here I think I start to stall a little bit because I'm up like 8 points or something. And I go to 50-50. I'm probably looking for double pan scripts from 50-50. Yeah, just playing knee bar guard. So I have a guard as well called knee bar guard. From 50-50, you transition to knee bar guard. But more on that another time. He's just trying to escape 50-50 from here. It looks like I swept. Or he just sat back too far and I came up. And then I think I escaped myself from 50-50 by stepping over. Right here, he needed to grab my other leg. He has a free hand, but he didn't go to double pan scripts. He didn't know that double pan scripts is the strongest position in jiu-jitsu right now. It's the S tier move. See, like right when you have your leg underneath like this. Where was it? Right here. See how his bottom foot is hooked through? His leg is going underneath my leg. This is his leg right here, and his foot's coming out the other side. The other foot is in my lapel, but that's the 50-50 leg. If his left hand goes to this pant grip, then he has double control of both my legs, and it allows you to just like come up on anything. But I was able to just back step out of it. Try and get into a passing thing, but I think he just stands up. And then he's going to go for the train wreck throw, but I knew it was coming. I mean, I didn't know it was coming, but I'm familiar with the position, so it didn't launch me immediately. I used my wet noodle defense. You can see if my body absorbs shock. I just go completely limp. I just let my entire upper body go completely limp, but keep a rigid lower frame. Because you can only throw you if your upper body is rigid too. But the way I defend takedowns is I keep my legs strong, like deadlift posture, but then I just let all of this just be extra noodly. And if you just go like full noodle mode on top, it's like really let it all hang out, but keep a strong lower posture, watch what happens. Here it is. He gets the grips. Perfect grips, right? Anyone else, Tim could probably throw on their face right here. But because of my noodly techniques, oh, see that? Look how noodly it is. My legs, nothing changed in my legs, but because I relaxed my upper body but kept my legs strong, the force wasn't transferred down to my feet. Seriously, that's how it works. Because like, how do you think people's feet come off the ground when they get thrown? It's because their upper body's rigid, and the force that he's exerting into my upper body transfers down to my feet and then launches me upwards, right? That's what a throw is. But by being limp, your upper body goes limp and noodly. It absorbs the force. Oh, shoot. It absorbs the force, and then it just doesn't work. Perfect example, go watch my match with Muhammad Ali at ACB. I was like full noodle that fight because I was forced to stay standing with him. I'm just using it here just to survive so I can pull guard again because I know Tim's takedowns are better than mine. and then you pull right after their failed takedown attempt because they can't do another takedown instantly. Maybe some people can, but most people cannot. And then I'm just playing guard again. I think I just swept with 50-50 again, or maybe it's another squid guard sweep. I think I have squid guard here. Yeah, dude, noodle stance is really good. I use it. I had to start doing that because Lucas Barbosa, like one of the probably like the best guy at our gym, he throws people all the time. It throws me all the time. But when I started being a little bit more noodly, it helped me survive some of his takedown attempts. I wasn't paying attention to what sweep I did there. But it's okay. Pretty sure we just stay here the whole time. You can see my legendary single leg noodle defense. I think he actually takes me down here. He switches to a double leg. Yeah. So like that's a situation where I can't pull guard because he has control of my leg. So if I pull, he's just going to take me down. So all you can do is just try and not get taken down here. Which takedowns aren't my strong point in the gi, especially. So he takes me down, and that scores there. I set up an omoplata from the squid guard. This is a super strong. Oh no, gubber guard. What is this? Wait, what am I even doing here? This is like reverse gubber guard. Sometimes I just don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go. What did I do wrong here? So I think I tried to set up gubber guard, but I set it up wrong. The gubber guard's supposed to be on my other foot, I think. Wow, I must have just been panicking here. My left foot is the one that's supposed to be passed. That's funny. I'm totally doing this wrong. But it worked, kind of. Why did that work? That shouldn't work. That's definitely wrong. Right? Am I crazy? I have to watch some gubber guard videos now. I feel like I did it wrong, even though I teach it all the time. Oh, and I have a strong omoplata. Oh, he pulled his arm out. I was trying to do the Wings of Victory submission there. Well, that was a good breakdown. There's actually a lot that happened in there. That was good. Do you think it's better to play squid guard on one side, like easier to get their left or right leg? Yeah, I play squid guard to the right side, and I play worm guard to the left side. So like I don't ever do techniques to both sides. I just have different techniques for each side, rather than using the same technique on both sides. Is it true Rafa Mendes is never tapped? I've never seen him tapped in training. No, I've gotten close a few times. Like I think I popped his foot once at an ACC camp, but he just didn't tap, and I lost the position. But he was fine. It's not like he couldn't walk or anything, so it must not have been that serious. But yeah, I've never seen him tapped in training. Pretty crazy. Can you push his head to the floor with both hands to avoid being tackled? I mean, yeah, there's a ton of takedown defenses for sure. I usually just go for Kimura traps, which I think I was doing there, and he switched to double leg as I went for it, and I just missed it. How much are you repping now? What does that mean? Like, how much weights? Like, how many reps? Would you take a match with Hickson? Isn't he, like, 60 years old? Is it true that Murilo Santana is the level of Marcelo Garcia? They're both really tough, but I think Marcelo was better in his prime for sure. But Murilo is really good. Oh wow, we doubled our viewers over the course of that breakdown. Now that I'm talking again, they're probably all gonna leave. Oh, I stopped the music. Let's go to a different song. Your no-gi seminar on your website is awesome. I feel like there's not enough no-gi passing information. Yeah, there really isn't. Like no-gi just in general, like that's why people gravitate towards leg locks, is because there's so much more to teach about leg locks. But when it comes to like passing no-gi, it's a lot more just physicality than technique. Like there's some basic concepts you have to follow, but there's not a bajillion techniques like there is in the gi. How do you deal with athletic guys exploding from bottom no-gi? There's nothing you can do. Like there's really no way to hold down a athletic strong guy no-gi other than just be athletic and strong yourself. So like you have to just try a leg lock. Seriously, like that's like the equalizer position. That's why it's so popular and why it's taking off, is because if you don't do leg locks, athletic wrestler type archetypes will just dominate no-gi. But if you have leg locks and you're good at controlling those positions, it equalizes the athleticism and allows the person with better knowledge to win. You ever think about your own school? If so, how long and where? I've always thought about opening a gym. It's just hard to like start, I think, because I wouldn't have training partners right away, I think, and that kind of scares me because I really like having good training partners. If I opened a gym, it would be because I needed money, and right now I'm pretty comfortable. But one day. What is your repetition time with each of regards if you're keeping up with it? Oh, I don't drill. I don't drill anything. I'll just put a video on in the background while I talk. Who is your idol in BJJ? I don't have one. You guys didn't know that I don't drill? Yeah, I never drill. I hate it. But it's only because at a certain level, you can drill while sparring. Like, once you get good enough, you can pick rounds that are tough, but you still get to drill the techniques you want to do on that person. And then your really tough rounds, you have normal fights. But if you're like at a level where all your rounds are hard in training, you have to drill so you can have time to like get the proper movement down, you know? You can only get away with it if you're good enough that, or you have training partners that you can train with that will, like, you're better than them to the point that you get to do whatever you want. Then it's like basically just drilling, right? Yeah, I mean, it's true. Someone said you drill, Steven said you drill against live resisting purple belts. How rude. That's how it is. That's like some of my best rounds. It's like tough purple belts, but I just have more jiu-jitsu knowledge than them, so I can like use my technique to beat them. And then you just pick techniques that you want to try and beat them with. Drilling is the memorization? No, I think it's more for like building muscle memory. Like, your body naturally doesn't know how to do a squid guard sweep. Like, it doesn't come naturally. So you have to like put your body through it over and over again, so your body starts to recognize the muscle. Because like, think about how many muscles you're using when you do that. All of them. So you have to like build those brain connections in your brain. Because don't like synapses form or something? New neurons form when you do new activities, and then like it's easier for your body to do them over and over again. Just some brain science. How many times do you train a day or a week, and do you spar every single class? I train a lot less now on purpose because I have a problem with burning out when I train too hard, and it makes me hate training and hate competing. And there's nothing worse than going to a competition and not wanting to be there. Like, that's a surefire way to lose. Is if you train too hard, and then you, by the time the competition comes, you just feel like crap, and you just like don't even want to do jiu-jitsu anymore. And then when you have a tough round or a tough match, you're just thinking in your head how much you don't want to be there, and that's like the worst possible mentality you can have. So I train like, not right now. I don't even train once a day. I've been training like 3 times a week. But when I'm like for worlds and stuff, I train once a day and lifted at night, or did some sort of conditioning at night. I wonder, should we do another breakdown? I probably should, huh? Any suggestions? You guys want to break down some like leg lock stuff because it's no-gi season? Should we watch some of Gordon Ryan's ADCC matches? They don't have any ADCC matches on here, huh? We watched Dylan Dennis versus Gordon Ryan. This was kind of a boring fight. Nothing really happened. What's up, Evan Hayden? You're built like me, huh? Some match that I lost, I've never lost. I can't break down one of those matches because I've never lost, so I don't know where to find that. Do a breakdown of an old match to see how you have improved. You guys want to stick on me? I guess it makes sense that you'd want to see me, like, my matches, if you follow me instead. Danaher, Bernardo breakdown, Gary Ton's match. Pena versus Ryan. There's not a lot to break down in that except just like Felipe Pena's heel hook defense, which is like, we should actually talk about that actually. Like the heel hook defense that you use to escape the inside Senkaku position. It's pretty reliable. Could do me versus Patrick. That's kind of a boring match too. There's only one thing. You want to break down a match from when I was in blue belts? Okay. Let's see if I can find one. Upload date. There's no way to like reverse it, like longest uploaded away. I don't know how to search oldest like old videos. One time you were when you were competing, your hands started to move around like you were doing some spooky stuff. What? When was that? Tino Cornelius, new guard. Some guy's trying to say I have a new guard. Probably Gubber Guard or something. Gubber Guard is actually the oldest. You know what's funny? Because Gubber Guard is actually the oldest guard that I do. I started doing Gubber Guard in 2013. Way before Worm Guard or anything else. But I just started doing it now. Oh, D. Watson with the $2. Thank you, dude. I can buy an Arizona green tea. Yeah, this is Gubber Guard, but I've been doing this since forever. Jamil Taylor showed me this position, and then I created a system around it. What do I think about the beef between Gordon Ryan and the Florida boy? I mean, let's just say what it is. That's how AJ gets matches. That's the way he like creates his living, is by being the guy to talk about, like talk. You know? Which is cool. Jiu-Jitsu needs some of that. But he's actually a really nice guy. Even if he like pisses people off on the internet. He just does that because he has to. Maybe we'll, I feel like I should do one more at least. I don't want to do mine because I just do lapel guard stuff. Unless it's like any like high profile match, I'm gonna use lapel guard stuff. I want to break down something else. Oh, they like piece together all of the Gubber Guard positions. You know what? I think we'll just call it here. We'll do another live stream tomorrow probably. I'm gonna start trying to do them a little more regularly. I'll just keep them short like this, 50 minutes, an hour. Break down a match, talk to you guys a little bit. If you guys want to catch the replay, it's going to be on my website, keenonline.com. Mr. Strikeforce, $3 says, thanks for the live stream. Can you do a Nogi match? I'll live stream again tomorrow. I don't have a really effective way of telling people that I'm live streaming. Live streams are weird because look, there's 130 people in here, but I have 80,000 YouTube subscribers. Like, where are all my viewers, dude? It doesn't alert people. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. Like, how can I reach my audience? So I have to do it. Like, I guess I should make them available. I mean, they're available to my website. But yeah, if you guys like this kind of stuff, I have more breakdowns like this on my website already. If you haven't seen them, probably have like 15 or so. But I'm gonna do them more. Check it out. For when I go live next, I guess I'll start posting on Instagram stories. You can follow me on Instagram at Keenan Cornelius. Thank you all very much. See you tomorrow. Bye.